Hello, Dungeoneers, travelers, friends. I just wanted to drop in. We did have a small glitch in this episode. The beginning of the recording didn't actually catch any audio, so you're not gonna hear anything for the first little bit of this, and I do apologize sincerely. But alas, we will be starting from the point where Murko actually is meeting with somebody just by the river's edge. So that's where we'll start, and we'll go right ahead.
And all.
Oh, yes. You said you came from somewhere besides Elturel before, yes? He smiles.
Yeah, me? Yeah, well, I'm a well-traveled, cultured young man. Um, uh, Most recently from Baldur's Gate.
Oh? Interesting. What work were you doing there? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no, in Baldur's Gate, well, I've been there for a number of decades, really. I've done all kinds of work. My early days in the city were as a sellsword of sorts, but then, as of late, I was involved in a bit of a gambling ring. I set up a dice game on the streets, and it was quite lucrative. Are you a gambler?
Oh, I gamble, but not the same way that you gamble, I don't think.
How is that?
Well, gambling with one's life is not exactly the same thing, is it?
I suppose not, but what makes you think I don't do that type of gambling?
I never asked. I just assumed. So, your friends. I'm curious about the one who looked slightly drunk earlier. Anything you can tell me about him?
Yeah, sure. Uh, Passive aggressive, uh, good looking young man, but angelic, really. Um, but what'd you want to know? Anything in particular?
Well, I saw that he was talking to that woman, Ira. I know a little bit about her. I'm just curious if maybe they have similar things in mind.
Um, Not sure what you mean by that. I think he's been courting the young lady, as far as I've been told. But what is it exactly that you think they have aligned?
Oh, don't worry, never mind. Obviously, you don't know. Well, I do
Is
have. Go ahead.
is there something that I should know?
Oh, don't worry your little mind with it. I'm sure it won't be important in any type of way going forward.
Listen, lady, there's nothing little about me.
Oh, I'm sure that is entirely untrue. Um, he smiles.
I think I'm compelled to tell the truth, but that's all right. Go on.
um, she looks at you. So, what do you know in Baldur's Gate by chance?
In Baldur's Gate, I know quite a few folks. Uh, is there someone that you're curious about? I've been in the city for a number of years. I know the key players, so to speak, or at least I've brushed up against a few of the unsavory types. I have my connections in the city, but I was never really interested in making much of a name for myself there. Just more fending for myself, trying to make a buck here and there, and partake in the vices that the city has to offer. You know what I mean?
Oh, I understand well what the city has to offer. Interesting you say you know the major players. Kind of scoffs a little bit. But no worry. I'm sure that you'll find out soon enough. You said you're of personal affliction, wanting to help yourself, yes?
Yeah. Is there a problem with that?
No, I think it's excellent. In fact, I think it become quite close.
What makes you think that?
Well, I have a way of helping people get what they want, while I get what I want as well.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do need help. And I was in El Terrell seeking help of sorts, and seeing as the city's no longer there, what kind of help do you provide?
Well, I provide many things, but in particular, I usually just can connect you to whoever you want to be connected to those higher up people you speak of.
Sure. Well, in that case, I was in the city, again, seeking help. I was looking for maybe some sort of established arcanist, or maybe a particularly esteemed religious type or a scholar. I need help with something, and if you could connect me to somebody like that, or if you think you fit the bill, I sort of need a physical of sorts.
Physical? What do you mean by that?
Well, maybe it's easier if I show you.
Oh? She unclasps her hands and kind of like takes a step back. You suddenly feel yourself able to move, and she kind of gestures for you to do something.
So Murko starts unbuttoning his chest piece and the leather straps around his neck and his upper chest, and starts to reveal his shoulders and his chest. He says, "Don't get too excited now, but listen." And as he does so, the camera, so to speak, sees all these scars on his lower neck, shoulders, chest. And as he opens it up, there's a particular scar on the center of his chest, maybe the size of like a fist or something. And the flesh is a very dark black in this particular scar. It looks like it could almost be a burn, or like the flesh has been ripped off or maimed in some way. And it's in the shape of, it's kind of hard to tell. It's circular. It could be an intentional shape, but maybe not. And it's a deep, deep black, almost like glass. You see, I need help with this. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm worried about it, and so were some other folks that that found me when I got it. I was in El Terrell because it's a holy city, and they have some of the best infrastructure in terms of scholarship in all the Swords Coast, and I was hoping to get some help with this thing. I don't know if it's a problem exactly. Maybe it's just a wound, but it looks a little festering, don't it?
She stares at you for a second, her smile kind of whiting. Oh my. looks like you have taken quite a thing, haven't you? You feel yourself frozen yet again here as she kind of approaches you and traces her fingers down the scars themselves, kind of giggling a little bit as she does so. So, how exactly did you get these?
You see, like I said, I ran a dice game, and I used to just trick fellas. But somewhere along the line, I realized that I have a touch. I got some arcana in me, and I hadn't needed to use so much sleight of hand. And so, one of my connections at Baldur's Gate told me there was a group of mages out in the forest that might be able to help me. But they weren't interested in helping me. They captured me, and somewhere along the lines, all this happened.
Oh, poor Murko. So hurts. So unwell in both mind, as she kind of gently pushes the back of your head, and body, as she pokes you in the side as she comes around to the front. I think you should still do well, however.
Yeah, I'm not looking for pity. I've made a way thus far, and I seem to be doing all right. A couple of my companions have good chest pieces too. Jens and Arcturus got a couple of tattoos, so to speak, as well. I think I'm fitting in around this group. But if you think you could help me, I'm definitely in the market for that.
She smiles and looks at you. You see her kind of reach down one of the sleeves of her kind of dress and pulls out what appears to be a small red vial. I mean, I do know what could help you. But first, you should have some of this. And she uncorks it and hands it to you.
Do I have do I have choices here?
You are just compelled to speak. You
Okay.
do feel that you cannot throw this thing, like away, but you can speak the truth, whatever your truth may be in this moment.
What is this? Is this gonna hurt me?
No, honestly, it should make you feel quite good, in my opinion.
I smell it. What does it smell like?
It actually smells like wine.
And what does it look like? It's just red?
Looks like wine.
Looks like wine. And I drink it.
You drink it, and as you finish the kind of last gulp, you see her smile widely as she kind of approaches you. Now it's my turn. Just one thing. This is the only thing that you may remember. When you get to Baldur's Gate, meet me, same time. First night you are there. I believe it's about a few days' journey from here. Meet me at the Humane house.
The Humane house, you say?
Mm-hmm.
At midnight.
Yes. They are throwing quite the party. I thought you would like to be invited. You do seem quite tasty, as I mentioned before, and would be a lovely date after all.
Can I bring friends? Do I have a +1 or +5, or is it just a solo endeavor?
Oh, I mean, if you want to make this, group thing, that is your own choice. But, I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting them.
The more the merrier. Let me ask you, why are you so curious about Matthias? And if you're seeking to help me out, which I presume you are, I would be inclined to return the favor.
Oh, the time will come for that. I mean, you're about to help me out right now. And as she says this, she steps forward. You start fading immediately from the effects of whatever you drank, and you feel a slight pinch on your neck as something is inserted into. All goes black. Not sure what happens after this. Remind me who's on guard. Very nice. As the night goes on, you will hear kind of the rustling of bushes as Wynleth and Murko return. You see him standing in front of you. Well, that was quite fun. Murko, you are awake at this point, but you don't. You remember, all you really remember is that you went on a walk with her, you guys had some wine, you sat by the river and talked about both your past. You know that she's from Elturel, lived a very happy childhood, kind of hung out with her family, and you know that her family was kind of one that wasn't the most reputable in Elturel, but she lived her best life, and talked a little bit about your time at Baldur's Gate, your past. You don't remember a few things. First of all, you don't remember anything about anything she said besides that you guys were supposed to meet up in Baldur's Gate. Two, you don't remember any sign of fangs or much of the conversation regarding any of your friends or conversation around that. And then three, you feel like you guys had a great time. We'll say fade to black for the purpose of this while you were at the river after a short while, and then I've returned to camp.
Sure, and there's no like, it's my memory is fluid. There's no like, obviously I don't remember an amount of things, but I'm not suspicious of some blank in my memory.
It doesn't seem like it, but I will give you an opportunity here. If you can, you have to roll a high check, but you can roll me a wisdom save and a history check.
Okay.
That's not bad. You do feel like there's something there that you can't quite remember, can't quite place your finger on it. It feels like there's a part of this memory that's hazy, but you can't remember exactly what part it is. But you feel like it's somewhere in between you talking about her childhood and you ending back up at camp.
Okay.
And
now we're standing at camp in front of Jens.
Yeah, Wynleth is just looking up at you, smiling, and kind of kisses you on the cheek. I guess I'll see you in a few days then. I mean, if you can catch me. She winks at you.
Yeah, don't wait up. What's up, Jens? And I look at Wynleth. I just go with it. You know, I'm trying to be cool around Jens.
Not talking. What was up? Did anything go amiss? How was the watch?
Well, we just...
Billy,
What?
leave me. I said...
Are you talking
no,
to me?
Like, no, yeah. Like, how was my watch in their absence?
Nothing happened. No weird disturbances, no loud noises. It seemed completely fine.
Nothing is up, Murko. What's up? You?
You see, Wynleth kind of has one hand on, like, just slightly underneath his gear. Like, on his chest.
Should you take watch now and I can go to my tent, or?
Yeah, go to your tent, put your earplugs in. I'll see you in the morning.
course. And I'll comply.
Wynleth smiles. Well, you have quite a way with your friends, I see. A bit of a leader, no?
Yeah, it's light work to me, hero and all. I'll see you in Baldur's Gate, yeah?
Sounds great. She kind of gets up and kisses you again, and then kind of will like smile and giggle a little bit as she like starts to walk away.
Like searching for my handkerchief, like trying to like I don't want to rip it into two to plug my ears, but I'm like kind of grumpy about it. So I'm like one side of the head's on the ground, got the handkerchief trying to like fit it in the other ear, like just like kind of bummed.
The one ear to the ground just hears thump, 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 thump.
Oh man.
Murko realized, and Wynleth has walked away, disappeared into the night, so to speak.
Yes.
All right. Bye, Winnie. Murko realizing that he doesn't, that he needs some sleep, has not had any time to rest. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go wake Brant up and sort of just shake his tent a little bit. Brant.
Hmm?
Hey man, you think you could you take the last shift tonight? I gotta get some sleep.
I thought Jens was on.
Yeah, I put him to bed. I had to look cool in front of Wynleth, you know what I mean? So I talked down to him, and I did the whole Murko thing. You know how it goes.
Sure.
All right, thanks, bud. I'll see you in the morning.
So, Brant never met Wynleth, never heard anybody talk about Wynleth. I have no idea who he's talking about.
Did I not announce during the walk that I okay.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay.
Murko's just schizophrenic, don't worry. 7 dreams again.
I will go take watch.
Wonderful. You do so. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Murko, you want to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll me a con save.
Okay.
Very nice. Nothing happens. Sleep like a baby. Cool. Yeah, with the 17, you do hear again people moving around in the camp, but like it's kind of a natural thing at this point, right? Some people just don't sleep as well as others. You do hear kind of the talking in the background, and as you kind of got up to get up for watch, you did hear kind of somebody walking away from the camp, who you would assume is whoever Wynleth is. Everything goes pretty splendidly. Nothing really happens. You're all good. You go through the nights. You get towards morning, and you'll see kind of people starting to get up and move around. The rest of you will all kind of wake up periodically as you do so.
Like awake, discover like a quarter of a kerchief has somehow made its way into my ear. I'm like confused.
Very
Arcturus
nice.
gets up and just wipes the drool off his face. Tough sleep, man. Bless you, Zook.
Zook gets up and sneezes.
You're not awake? Now you are.
Murko gets up in a particularly good mood. doing some stretches he's never done before. A couple of push-ups.
Ooh.
He sort of mimics what he thinks Brant's morning routine looks like.
Well, so I'm still doing my morning routine, I think, at this point. Because every morning he does sort of like a meditation before the sunrise. And then after the sunrise, he goes through like all of his martial forms of like he does like barehanded sort of like Tai Chi stuff. And then he does stuff like with daggers, and then he moves on to his axes. And I think like today he's probably doing it like almost twice as long as he normally does. Like something is sort of eating at him, and he's just so like you'd wake up and he's still sort of like going through his forms, his motions and stuff.
Yeah, so go ahead, sorry.
Zook likes to think he has a morning ritual, but he really doesn't. He just plays with yappers. And I guess whenever he does see Murko, he wants to go up to him. So I'll let you say whatever you're gonna say. And
I'll sort of. Morning, Zook. What a morning it is, huh, buddy?
Oh yeah. So, how'd it go last night with the pretty lady? Did you have fun?
How do you think it went, Zook?
I mean, look at you. I'm sure.
You're exactly right.
Oh wow.
It went so well, Zook. She is quite the young lady. You know, she was a commoner back in El Terrell, humble beginnings. She's just sweetheart, I gotta say.
you mean you just talked?
I mean, I don't kiss and tell, but let's just say, no.
Oh, you're so cool.
I know. Come on, Zook, come on. Don't gas me up in front of the fellas. They're gonna, you know, I got a target on my back enough already. Come on.
Oh, really? I try looking at your back to see if there's a target.
No, it's just a figure of speech. Zook, come on.
Oh, okay.
So, what kind of moves did you make? Like, you know, what if I meet a pretty lady?
All right, if you meet a pretty lady, Zook, first of all, are we talking your height, my height? What are we talking?
Oh, does it matter?
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just... Okay, you're right. Let's move on from that question. What you want to do is, number one, you got to get one of these hats. I mean, come on, look at this thing. And Murko's wearing this weird, like, brimmed witch doctor hat thing. So what you do is you take your hat, you walk by the young lady, you tip the hat, and you give her a howdy, ma'am.
Howdy, ma'am.
Just like that.
Oh, that's so cool. I guess I need to find me a hat.
You got to find you a hat. That's really the most important thing. But beyond that, I mean, they can't resist the howdy, ma'am. You know?
Howdy, ma'am. Howdy, ma'am. Okay.
Just like that.
That sounds like good advice. I'll have to remember that.
I'm sure you will. I believe in you, Zook. I think as long as you be yourself with your kind-hearted nature, who could resist you, Zook? I mean, come on. Yappers won't leave you alone.
Oh no. Yappers and I are best buds.
Yeah, exactly.
As I'm talking to Murko, do I notice anything?
No, no, there doesn't appear to be. What are you looking for, I guess, is the question here.
Just there's anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I heard stuff from just the talking, but I don't want to throw anything in. I'm just curious if I would have noticed anything different about him.
No, not that is physical in any aspect. You can tell.
Alright. Awesome. We will, I guess, just continue just chit-chatting a little bit.
Sure. What are the rest of you doing as you go about your camp and get stuff settled and the camp starts getting packed up?
When I see everybody getting up and about, I would like to go find Yen.
Well, you will find me making oatmeal at the center of the camp. Not the refugee camp, our little camp. Because it's been quite a while since Jens has prepared his oatmeal. It's been 24 hours. It's too long.
Too long without oatmeal.
Very important.
Important meal of the day.
So I'll go
Jens
over and
he was a breakfast guy, I think.
I'll go over and sort of pop a squat next to him.
Would you like some oatmeal?
No, thank you. I was actually hoping for a little bit of conversation.
Of course. Is everything all right?
Well, that was actually what I was gonna ask you. You've been sort of through the ringer lately.
Well, I think I'm doing. I mean, I'm running on fumes here, Brent. I mean, you know, I'm glad Murko took my watch. Is all I'm saying. It hasn't been the best few days, but like I don't think it's been a good few days for anyone, except for maybe Murko, and I think he had a good day, but but life comes at you fast.
Well, fumes or not, the fact that you're still running is good to hear. Like you said, things have come fast and there's been lots that's gone on, and with curses and new and old companions and crazy dreams and ghosts and all of that, I think you've sort of been put by the wayside, and I want to just make sure that you're doing okay, because you saw some stuff, you went through some stuff, and I want to make sure you're okay.
Wow. That's I think I just like hug Brant.
I'll give him like an over the shoulder hug. I'm not gonna like crush him with the metal one.
Both hands, and I'll go in for both hands, just like eyes fully open, like looking past his shoulder. Thousand-yard staring.
Not the 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a mental note of that 1,000-yard stare.
And I'll like drop my arms and just like look to the ground. My hands finding my oatmeal.
You can do everything right and still lose. So any sort of mistakes that you've made are not on you. I hope you know that.
I don't usually think too much about whether or not I've done the right thing, but I really just take my cues from the people around me who help me and who I'm with, and I don't think that I've had the best cues lately in terms of staying positive about everything with, the deaths at the camp. But I mean, it's just this whole week has been like a fever dream. I mean, with the night and the, and El Terrell and the children, everyone dying in the water. I don't think I've had room to think of my own right or wrong, I'm just kind of, whatever juice, whatever oats I have left, we're going to Baldur's Gate, I haven't thought about it too much, but it means a lot. Brent, thank you.
Whenever you decide that thinking or talking is what you're ready for, I'm here to listen, because I understand.
I know you do. You've all been. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll clasping my hands like nervously, like, having forgotten about my oatmeal.
Is the oatmeal still like on the fire?
No, it's in a bowl on the ground.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
give him sort of a.
Pot is on fire, but the bowl is on the ground.
Well, I'll give him sort of a shoulder pat and stand up and go sort of survey the camp.
I'll continue wringing my hands.
Cool. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Matthias has a early morning date with a large piece of metal, I believe.
He does indeed.
Brant?
I'm not just a piece of meat.
He's metal also.
True. Yeah, are you just going to go to talk?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you had to meet Talk. He's able to find him pretty easy. He's a big ass dude. You see he's kind of like this morning practicing drills with this giant two-headed axe, maybe in anticipation of you coming, slicing through the air, and he sees you coming. Oh, Talk like friend, hello there!
Good morning, Talk.
Oi.
Good to see you.
Oh, little guy, how you doing? Because you're gonna go sleep.
What?
Did you go sleep?
Oh, yes. I went to bed extra early to be ready for today.
Doc is very happy about that. He walks back to his set. Now I got just the thing for you. You see him like scramble inside of his tent, a bunch of clinging metal, as he pulls out what looks like a greatsword. Little guy wanted to try big thing, so big thing, here you go. And he like slams the greatsword in the ground next to you.
Talk, you shouldn't have.
Well, Talk, think loan, not for you to keep. Talk just wants you to practice.
Right.
This is Talk's weapon. One of Talk's weapons. Talk has many weapons, of course.
Of course.
Yes. Alright, little guy. Gonna try some drills. You're gonna try to hit me with the big stick. He points at the greatsword.
Matthias is like, I don't even know if I can lift this right now. He will make an attempt. He will go and try to pull it out of the ground.
Sure, go ahead and make me a strength check. You can do athletics if you'd like.
They're the same. Ooh.
You're able to heft this out of the ground rather impressively. Talk just stands there. Little guy can actually pick it up. Honestly, I had bets on it that you would not even be able to pick up the great sword.
Try not to speak to me directly because it is taking every ounce of concentration I have to lift this thing.
Oh, I understand. Alright, now you're gonna try to hit me. And he takes his double-bladed axe and just puts it in front of him. Just hit the axe, don't hit me. Everything's fine.
Alright. Do you want me to
Yeah, go ahead and roll for hit.
roll a weapon attack?
You can just use,
I got it.
Eye of the Tiger playing in the background.
I have time.
As you go to hit, he just kind of like hefts up the double axe, just clink, as it just kind of falls to the side. Talk like the attempt. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check again. As you reverberate from hitting the great axe, your hands give in from the pure reverberation, and it clings on the ground. Well, Talk, think at least you can hit. That's a good start. Oh, little guy, you're in for a long time of practice.
Right.
So you want to try again?
Yes. Let's try
Alright.
again.
Pick up the axe one more time. Well, I mean, the little greatsword. It's a little pointy thing, not a big axe like mine. You roll the athletics one more time. Yeah, you're able to pick it up again, but again, kind of feebly standing there with it weighing against you. Alright, little guy, now you're gonna try to hit this standing target. He goes and slams his shield into the ground, kind of in front of you. Your turn! You just try to hit the shield and try to knock it out, alright?
Okay.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me another attack. As you swing towards the shield, your strength fails you. Your sword digging into the ground next to it. Oh no, little guy. Let me help you. And he puts one of his big arms, lifts it up into your hands, and regains your balance. Alright, one more time. Again, your strength kind of fails you to slam into the ground here. Talk just look at you. Oh man, maybe some more practice. You are able to continue practicing if you like with Talk. I'm not going to continue to make you to roll, but that was more for RP purposes than anything else. Yeah, do you want to continue spending your time with Talk until the camp is ready to go?
Yeah.
Sure, you can do so. People unaccounted for. Murko, Arcturus. What are you guys doing?
Arcturus would wake up and immediately find Murko and see how it went last night. Just kind of walk over. Hey, man.
Yeah, me. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How'd you sleep?
I slept like a rock. You need my canteen? You a little thirsty?
Yeah, I am famished.
All right. Let me go get it. Go back to my tent. Pull my canteen out. Come hand it to you.
I gotta tell you, Arcturus, there's nothing like an Elturalian woman.
Oh, wish I knew what that was like.
I told you, buddy, they don't make them like that in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, they don't, huh?
No, not at all. Like I said, I mean, those lovely ladies in Baldur's Gate, they're more like laborers and, they could play quarterback, that type of thing. This woman, I mean, she was of a whole different breed.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I gotta say, she had a way. I think we connected on a really spiritual level.
Physical level too, I hope.
Listen, let's not get carried away now. I don't want to
Yeah.
be disrespectful here.
Okay.
But I got an invite to a party in the Baldur's Gate There should be some friends for you and Zook. And maybe the rest of the gang. It's gonna be a good one, I'm telling you, Arcturus.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we do when we get to Baldur's Gate. Maybe.
Maybe. What are you talking about? This woman is gorgeous. You saw her.
Well, yeah, I'm a busy guy, and Baldur's Gate's a big place, so I guess we'll just have to see when we get there.
No, you're right. I got to get my head out of the sand. We got work to do. Speaking of that, why don't you come with me? I want to go chat to someone in the caravan.
All right, let's go.
All right, we make our way toward the Lathander priests.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make me a perception check to see if you can find them as the camp is starting to get bustling now as it's getting further on in the morning.
Can we both look? Could it be an advantage situation?
I will accept this roll. Yes, you can roll with advantage. 14, you are able to see one of the priests milling about the center of camp.
Okay, I go track him down. Hey man, how are you?
You see he kind of glances at you, and glances back down to the kind of like pile of belongings he's carrying, and just kind of nods his head towards you.
Listen, I know I'm not your biggest fan, seeing as you caught me the other day, but my buddy Brant, he was saying y'all are looking for something, and I might be able to help you out. I wanted to speak to your boss if y'all have the time.
He kind of shrugs, and then will kind of like tilt his head at you. Go ahead and roll me both Arcturus and Murko. You guys can roll me straight intelligence checks.
Perfect. Well, I accidentally clicked saving throw, but it's the same modifier anyways.
Yeah, he does what he does. You don't really understand why he's not speaking back to you.
Shit, I think this one's a little slow.
Looks like it.
He tilts his head again as he hears you saying this. Shakes his head, looks down to the ground, kind of looks unhappy, and starts to walk away really rapidly.
Oh, I walk after him. Oh, I'm sorry. A vow of silence. I didn't understand. Listen, buddy. I can help you. I'm telling you, I can really, really help you.
See, this man is just straight booking it away from you as you said this, but you can go ahead and roll me with a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Wait, guidance. I'm giving guidance.
Okay, at 20, he will kind of slow down. He sighs deeply, looks back at you, kind of hands out his stuff to you.
Do you need help with your stuff?
He glares and then just slowly nods his head.
I'll handle this one. Don't worry, Murko.
Yeah.
I'll take the stuff.
You take this, Arctur.
Pack, bitch.
As you take his stuff, you notice he looks very tired. The priest himself kind of sighs in relief and then kind of puts his arms behind his back and he just nods at you and then starts walking forward.
Can I follow him?
Mm-hmm.
I sort of follow him. And I talk to him knowing he won't reply. All right, we're going to see the boss lady, yeah? She's this way? Okay.
He just continues to walk forward until you guys get to a point in the camp where you see the other priests are there, and Sister Alicia appears to have kind of packed up most of their belongings, and she's kind of grabbing the last bit here. You'll notice as you're carrying this Arcturus, the stuff that was in his hands was a bunch of rations that they probably got from the kind of food supply wagon, I assume.
Nice, okay.
As you approach, Sister Alicia bows.
Well,
hello
sister, mate, I think
bow.
Lathander. Go ahead.
I bow as well.
She
Yeah, I
smiles
bow.
widely at you, bowing, and then sees Murko bowing awkwardly and just kind of continues to smile, but with maybe a slight hint that she understands that you don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah, I bow like 3 times while I'm talking. Sister Alicia, I think Lathander has shined upon us this morning. I gotta say, I have brilliant. Well, listen, Brant was saying that y'all are looking for something. You mentioned the High Overseer a day ago, but Brant said there's a location y'all are looking for. Is that right?
Yeah, she looks at you. Yes, Lathander guides us all in his own way. Happy that you are able to recognize that, even if you may not know our customs. Yes, we are looking for a site of Lathander, long lost.
Yeah, right. Does it have a name?
No.
No, it's just a site of Lathander long lost.
The name was lost long ago in the history books. We're not sure of the name exactly, but we do know it's one of the best places for us to find what we are looking for.
I see. Well, what would it be worth to you to know such a location?
He looks around. You see the other priests give looks, almost as if they're curious about what you have to say. She'll look back at you. Well, that would be quite helpful. You would probably earn Lathander's good blessing for the help that you give us.
Yeah, I've had my share of blessings, and they don't shine greatly upon me. I don't know what I mean by that, but listen, I've encountered religious types before, and I know that they have a way to compel speech, truthful speech. And I can assure you, I am speaking the truth when I tell you I could give you the location of this long lost site of Lathander. But I'm more of a capitalist than I am a religious man. And I wonder if there's some sort of meaningful exchange that we could arrange for such information.
Go ahead and roll me deception.
I'm not deceiving her. I believe that I can. I have the card. I could ask the card,
yeah.
and I could tell her.
Fair and base. He looks at you. Well, unfortunately, capitalists are not exactly the friendly type to our, patron. You see, Lathander shines upon all, regardless of wealth or value that others place upon them.
I see. Well, I hope you come up with some sort of idea, because or I hope that you find your location without my help. But if you decide that my information is worth something to you, maybe you could find a way to motivate me and align our interests. Maybe Lathander has an idea for that. At any rate, I wish you all the best, and I wanted to ask you one more thing. While I have your ear anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The city of Scornabel.
Yes.
You know of its fate?
What do you mean? I mean, it's just the city of caravans, yes? This is the one you speak of?
Yeah, of merchants and such.
You haven't heard anything of interest from them recently, no?
Well, it turns out they suffered a similar fate to El Terrell.
Oh. That is interesting and suspicious indeed. Anybody tell you exactly what happened?
The details were dodgy. Not so much, only that the city has disappeared, so to speak. And that it happened a few days before El Terrell's demise.
Well, maybe Lathander will guide us to the correct reasons behind what is happening once we find this holy site that we are looking for. I do think maybe we could figure out some type of compensation, but it would only be once we reach Baldur's Gate, for we don't have much to our names, as you can tell. We lost everything. Or
No, I
most of it.
understand, and I don't mean to gouge your pockets. It doesn't even have to be a gold cash infusion. I'm not much of a materialistic type, although I am a capitalist. I'm just more trying to make this an amicable exchange. I know you don't know much about me and my motivations, but maybe there is something that might motivate me or one of my companions to give you this information. Think on it. I'm sure you'll come to some sort of meaningful conclusion.
Roll a persuasion check.
Wait, with guidance?
You can add guidance if you'd like.
Nice.
She looks at you. We just might. We have some time to think on it.
Absolutely. And may Lathander guide your thoughts.
Indeed.
I give like 3 bows.
As he guides us all. And she just gently bows once, and then we'll go back to her business. You guys head back to the camp, I'm assuming, to gather your things?
Yeah.
What do you want to gain from them?
I don't know. I just, I'm a gainer. You know what I mean? And if they could wet my whistle, then I wanted to give them the opportunity. Doesn't sound like they're too keen on that, or at least that they're not quite as established as maybe our friend Esmond might be.
Right.
But I just thought it was worth a shot.
I think they'll come around.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Anything else that you guys are doing here before you break camp?
You notice Zook kind of practicing off to the side. Howdy, man. Howdy, man. Howdy, man. With my fake hat that I don't have.
Yeah, as Arcturus and I approach the camp, I see great forms. Look, that spot on.
What's he
Thank you.
doing?
He's doing the howdy. I taught him how to do the howdy.
Oh, the howdy.
I'll
Okay.
give Arcturus the howdy.
Howdy. Zook,
Hey.
howdy.
Hey,
It's
everybody.
contagious.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said it's contagious.
Hey, listen. Is Matthias back?
I think about this time he would be returning.
Hey, everybody. Before we get going today, I just wanted to quickly revisit. Arcturus keeps fucking peer pressuring me to use this card. All right. And we got a little more information. I'm more inclined to side with the Brant side of my mind that says, hey, we wait on this and we use it at the right time. But we did get a little bit more information, and I think it's at least worth a quick discussion. As far as I'm concerned, this connection between El Terrell and Scornabel is highly significant. Furthermore, the fact that me, Brant, and Yen sat in a tavern with Onthar and with a few other highly connected individuals in El Terrell, and none of them thought to mention of the fate of Scornabel. I mean, we were sitting with Gideon and Onthar, and I mean, come on. On top of that, I went and talked to the priests, and I asked them if they wanted to make a bid at some information via this card. They're going to think about it, so maybe we wait. But at any rate, does anyone have any pressing votes or thoughts as it relates to this thing?
My
Well,
stays the same. I don't think there's any other option than asking what happened in El Terrell.
I mean, I'm going to disagree with you, Arcturus. I'm disagreeing with you. We will learn things in Baldur's Gate. No, I mean, are we not seeking a priest or a? We have a note from the cultist camp, and we're seeking the.
Yeah, we got to go to the bathhouse.
Seeking
And
the bathhouse.
we have some
and
leads in
priests, and
Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
we're going to learn more once we're there about this cataclysm. Would it not be wise to learn without the use of card? And then
We just-
card.
I
We
agree.
just need to get there. We're so close. We just need to get through our last push, and then we can take a breath, regroup, and figure out our plan from there. But first, we need to get there, sort of free ourselves from everybody else that we've been responsible for thus far, and then we can form a plan of attack once all of these people are taken care of and once we've reached where we're going. Then we can start to gather information and figure out our next move. Wasting some sort of mystical, all-knowing magic playing card for questions that we don't even know what to ask yet is not the wise move, in my opinion.
Yeah, I sort of think if we ask what happened to Elturel and the answer is the companion blew it up, then we're right where we started. I think maybe asking something like, hey, what's the connection between Scornabel and Elturel? Or maybe there's a more nuanced question that we could come up with. That might be worth it.
Or
But
who is responsible for Elturel?
Sure.
Why did
Or
Elturel
where
go
is
away?
what's his name? Thavius.
You said the being you talked to wasn't short. I mean, he was willing to talk to you, so I don't think he'd give you a short answer saying that the companion blew up. I think he'd tell you how and why.
Either way.
I think that's a hopeful perspective. You might be right, but there's no follow-up questions. So
Well, how long did you talk to him for before?
very briefly, I did get a couple of questions in. I got to ask about the viability of the card, the extent to which it could reach. And he was sure to tell me that whatever information that I do get may not be, I think, actionable was sort of the phrase he used. But it listen, I mean, this is an all-knowing being. Like, I don't know. None of us do.
I mean, Murko, not to hit the, to hit the nail too hard, but, a rainbow scarf in hand is better than one blowing in the wind, and I know you have this card, you want to use it, but, I mean, the scarf is right there in Baldur's Gate. We're going to learn things, it's a big city, we're just but a group of, refugees, just homeless, just the scarf is right there, man.
I
Actually,
agree.
the scarves are on my axes, by the way.
Like legit.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of us.
I have both of them now.
Do you brandish the axes and be like the scarves? No.
What's your rainbow axis?
It's just sort of tied under the head. No, it's not. They're relatively large axes, and she had a relatively small scarf.
Yeah, no, I sorry, Arcturus. I agree with you, Jens, and you, Brant. I think you two were right. Unless Matthias and Zook, unless you have any thoughts that lean in Arcturus's way, maybe we get on with our day. I just wanted to revisit things, seeing as we got a little more info.
We don't have to ask right now. I do think that it's smart to, go to Baldur's Gate and find out a little bit more. But
So what do we find out at the bathhouse?
Well, we've investigated a few cults, and a few have targeted us. We found a note map out a lead to a bathhouse that might give up some more information about these cults and their relation to what's been going on. We have reason to.
Well,
Go ahead,
there's
Jens.
the Cult of the Dead 3. We had been hired by Rhea to pursue members of the Cult of the Dragon. It's like too many cults. But I mean, if you know the Cult of the Dead 3 or the Dragon or what's the third one? I mean, it's absurd.
And they all seem to be connected in some way via Bane, I believe. Isn't that right?
Bane?
Or am I getting... Come on, Matthias, you know what I'm talking about. Jens, you know what I'm talking about.
It was the cult of Zariel, by the way.
Yeah, there was a Cult of Zariel. There was a Cult of the Dead 3, which we have not encountered, and there was the Cult of the Dragon, which we did encounter. But the Cult of the Dragon had an altar that had glyphs that were referencing Bane.
Are you not thinking of the God of Death?
Yeah, what's his name?
Well, it escapes me too, but I mean, the Fists of Bane are probably what you're thinking of.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, I just saw that as well.
You know, as much as I don't think it's Bane.
Maybe we should ask the card. All right. okay. Let's get on with it. I wanted to revisit.
Ball.
Yes, ball. Yes, thank you.
And
That was out of context. That was not Control F. Just was.
Well done.
in my travels and studies and whatnot, would any of these names mean anything to me?
You can roll me a religion check. Unlikely, but
Yep, not likely.
nope.
What if I give him a little bit of guidance?
Jesus fucking Christ.
You're too distracted by you're too distracted by Yappers is like biting at your feet, doing a game he usually plays where he tries to chase you around.
Too distracted by oatmeal.
Oh, it's a ball, not ball. Oh.
It is ball, isn't it?
No, it's a ball. A-B-A-L or something. Wait, I don't know if we got the spelling, but it's a ball.
I
Or
don't know.
B-A-H. Maybe
What
it
is
is
it?
Yeah, B-H-A-A-L.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
yeah.
just spell things differently.
I like to think like Jens, Murko, and Brant have like thick notebooks that we're just staring at as we try to discuss this.
Well, we have a note. I don't know, it's pretty thin, but it's been a banger of a week, so I think it's,
What does the note say?
well, I'll fucking
I'll-
show you the note. Do you mind populating it, Billy, or do you want me to just like read it?
It's in DIA important.
Yeah.
So if we pass it to Zook in game, he could look at it in that chat.
Yeah. Shoot.
Listen, I don't mean to distract. If we're settled on the card, then maybe we just move on and get to Baldur's Gate. I just wanted to air some things out. But it seems like we're all on the same page.
I can just read it out, Zook, as if you're like reading it now, unless you have it in front of you.
I mean, I have it, but I'm trying to read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
This-
Take your time.
No, you can read it out loud.
Joy, oh joy.
Can we say that we're traveling this whole time we're talking, by the way? Just for sake of
Fine.
how far we're moving.
I mean, sure.
If you want to walk and read at the same time, that is of your own volition. You can definitely do so.
If we're walking, we're walking. The note says, head to the bathhouse in Baldur's Gate and retrieve our queen's stolen treasure. The bathhouse is located in the northern portion of the lower city. It has a walled garden and frolicking imps carved into its front gates. If Duke Van Thamper thinks she can use our queen's treasure to buy the loyalty of the Cult of the Dead Three, she is sorely mistaken. I'll be looking for you in Baldur's Gate when I arrive. Bring the treasure to me then, or Altis will come for you. Worm Speaker Resmis. Spooky
And how did
note.
you guys come to this note?
Well, you wouldn't believe us if we told you.
Well, I believe everything.
It's true, he does.
Well, I'm a little flustered, but well, we found this note when we were rebuffing attacks of a ghost, and we were on a mission with Rhea, contract really, not, I don't know, it's not like we're soldiers or anything, you know, we were getting paid by Rhea's employer, being guided by Rhea to go investigate the Cult of the Dragon, you know, in the woods of El Turel nearby to the east, and by a day or two ride, and we'd come upon this these standing stones and these cultists and this, you know, these strange undead presence, and well, there was a dagger involved and a ghost, and you know, I had a bad time, and at the end of it all, we were left with a note and learned more information, more questions than answers, really. So, you know, it sounds preposterous, but I just like pull the note, like, you know, like paper, like, that's what we got. You know? We don't really know anything, so it's just we found this note involved with the Cult of the Dragon, and too many
It's maybe just think on it, Zook, and you know, if anything comes to mind.
Okay.
As
Thank you for telling me.
As you're walking here, everybody can make me a perception. Good rolls. France, but okay. Oh no, France.
I roll mine. Yes, sir.
Arcturus.
Sorry. My wife walked in.
You're good. Yeah, everybody except for Murko. Murko's too busy what he thought wasn't. Yeah. So you all see as you guys are continuing down, still kind of following the same road. You're a little off the way from the. But as you guys are walking down, all of you, Arcturus and Zook, I would say you were the first ones. You see kind of like out to the side, about 200 feet down the road, you'll notice what appears to be several ruins and this kind of pretty flowering garden. Yeah, you come back, you do see what appears to be this kind of weird kind of ruins off to the side. I can't quite tell what it is from where you are at this point, but it does look like it has kind of this large garden. The structure itself appears to be rather large itself as well. Not like a fort or not like a castle, but more like it was a giant mansion, perhaps, of some kind.
Is it near? How close to the road?
About 200 feet off the road.
Does the garden look like it's been tended to?
Room.
Or is it just natural growth?
And you guys are so far away, like 200. I would say you can't really tell. Decide to approach. The outside of the garden definitely appears to not be tended to, or at least like the road that leads up to the garden, this kind of little brick path, definitely is not well taken care of.
Zook would say, "Hey, look, ruins. You think that's the temple they're looking for?"
You know what, Zook? It just might be.
Maybe we should go check it out.
I'm with you. Or, better idea, let's just ask the card what's inside.
All right, come on.
You're funny, Arcturus.
Oh, serious?
Oh, are you guys all
we
going
begin walking?
check it?
So
Oh, yeah.
I as the player want to check it out, but Brant wants to not check this out. He wants to just move. He wants to just keep going. Just
What do you say?
fucking
Brant,
As
noticing that Brant looks a little indifferent or not as enthused. Brant, what's the problem?
we don't have time for checking stuff out. We need to keep moving.
Oh,
It's,
well,
it's something. You
maybe
know,
we should check it out to make sure there's nothing evil there.
good idea.
Because we're passing by. If we just keep an eye on it and then pass, and the caravan moves past, and we're by it.
What if there's an ambush involved and we pass, don't do our scoutly duties, and the caravan suffers for it?
Then you're walking face first into the ambush.
Better us than 50 civilians.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go check it out. Come on. Come
But
on.
I could pass too, though. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Can I do a survival check to see if there are any like horse prints on the ground?
Yeah, like on the brick road that kind of leads up from the path that you guys are.
No, like on the path. Like, knowing that there's a group of nobles on horseback, like less than a day ahead of us. I'm trying to see if they were undisturbed by passing a mansion.
Yeah,
or if
you're
they
here.
came this way.
You can roll me a survival check. Can't tell. There's a lot of like dust around. Could be anything, dude.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Wait, what if I gave him guidance though?
Y'all are talking. I'm doing this on my own. It's all good.
All right, there's
I'm
a yay.
perceptive. I see everything.
Yay from Arcturus, nay from Brant, yay from Zook, Matthias, Jens. What do y'all think?
Let's ask Yappers what he thinks too.
Yes, Yappers gets a vote. That's true.
Hey, Yappers, do you smell anything?
Go ahead and roll. You see, Yapper starts picking up on a scent and starts to kind of like walk down the brick trail.
You know what? Maybe on second thought, we don't go in there. If we just keep walking.
Oh, but Yappers picked up something. We need to go check it out.
Probably just hungry. Let's just keep moving, you know?
Here, Yapper's kind of whine as he looks back and sees nobody fall.
Okay, I guess we'll follow then.
I would say, could you ask
I would be
Yappers-
following. I would be following.
I'll follow too then, if I see Sit go.
I trust Animal Man.
We need. Whatever.
Can I sort of just mark in the dirt, like with an arrow, just sort of draw like checking out, and an arrow pointing to the house, so that if the caravan shows up.
You're always so sus of me, bro. Never make the caravan go on without you. But sure, you can do so. You can attempt to do so. Are you just writing like an arrow?
Yeah. I'm writing an arrow in like what kind of track is it? Like, is it dusty? Is it muddy? Like, if I write letters, will it be legible?
I mean, it's like grass mixed with like dirt. So
There's grass on the main road.
no. This is like off the. I was saying like on the path leading up. If you're writing it on the main road, it's literally just like a dirt road. So it's just kind of dusty itself. It's not muddy. There's no rain that's coming.
And yeah, I just sort of carve it a bit deeper so it's legible. Just draw an arrow towards where we went and just write like surveying.
Sure. Is that it?
Yeah.
Cool. The rest of you guys are all good to go to like a garden of some sort?
So, just to make sure that I have my head on straight, it's a garden and then a mansion that's ruined, right?
Yeah, it looks like ruins of a large building of some sort. You would assume that it's maybe a mansion.
Okay.
It's not like a fort. It's not like a... Like, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't look anything like a military institution of any type. So it just kind of looks like normal ruins that are kind of made of marble from where you can see from.
Marble.
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 Yeah, you guys continue on your way to garden then, I assume. As you're walking up, Zook, you see Yappers just starts leaping and flying away, running into the garden itself.
Peppers, what do you got?
You hear him like bark a few times as he's running. You see him disappear into some bushes.
This is literally.
I'll start moving quicker to go see what he's doing.
I'm chasing with him.
Sure.
I'm gonna hang back. Can I check, just the sides and all around, look for any signs of people or traps or
Yeah, I'd also
anything
be
suspicious and dangerous?
And
My player's so sus. But yes, you can definitely look at
You
some
built an
traps.
encounter. I'm gonna be sus.
Just because I have an encounter doesn't mean it's meant to kill you, okay? But yes, you can definitely roll an investigation check.
I like to give him the help action.
Sure, you can roll with advantage.
Billy, we went to sleep and we died. Like, what? What do you mean?
Hey, I wasn't the one that picked up the cursed sword, alright? With a 15, yeah, nothing seems to be awry on the outside, but you can't really see, Zook as you kind of jump in, Arcturus as you jump into where the bushes were, you go inside, and the vision is cut between you and Brant and, the rest of the party. But on the outside, yeah, there doesn't appear to be any type of traps or anything, that you can see as you're looking around. The bushes themselves also look just like bushes. They don't look like they're thorny or gonna hurt you.
Right, then I'll follow where they went, but at a little bit more of a reserved pace, just sort of minding my footing and keeping an eye on my surroundings.
Yeah, I follow Brant's lead.
Sure. That leaves Jens. Are you just following along, and Matthias? Yeah, you guys pop out, Zook and Arcturus as you burst into, like out the other side of these kind of bushes that you see. So, good. find yourself in what appears to be a beautiful garden. Around you, kind of ruins that you saw from earlier. There appear to be several statues. There's this kind of gorgeous look. Zook, immediately you're just kind of entranced by what is in this garden itself. And as you guys look on, you do see that the ruins that you saw were kind of the what looked like it was a skeleton of a building before, but probably long ago. It has no longer been used in a long time. The garden itself seems to be overgrown as well.
So nothing that it's been kept, or
Doesn't look like it. Although the fountain is still running.
What is Yappers doing?
I was about to say, the Yappers. What did you find?
Doesn't appear to be around.
I want to cast See Invisibility.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I-
Who is it? Interesting.
Is-
Sword is now being drawn.
I might throw something cheeky whenever you're ready, Billy.
You see an ethereal bridge.
Oh,
Exactly. Look close.
You see, the Ghost Knight has been following us this entire time.
my sword!
Just so you can see within. Yeah, so the only way you can see in range. You don't see anything as you look around.
I quickly sprint around the entire area to see if I can see anything else.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cut in. I wanted to like I'm also not thrilled in the same mind of Brant that we're like leaving the road to just fuck off into a garden for no reason in Jens' book. So I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on Brant, just out of an abundance of caution, because this is because Yapper's zooming and I'm like, oh great, a distraction.
And do we all notice that Yappers is gone?
I would say
Is that
everybody.
easy to observe?
Yeah, I mean he's not in this initial area that you guys are in.
Okay.
I will say purpose of this, can you roll me perception with advantage?
And maybe, I don't know.
With a 19, you hear the I mean, with a 20, yeah, you hear just out of the corner of your ear about you could assume 150 feet, kind of further into the garden near where one of the ruins stands. You hear the sound of sounds like maybe Yappers.
Okay. Yappers, are you okay? And I want to go ahead and rush to where I perceive the sound coming
Same.
from, and I'll be yelling out loud enough that hopefully the others can hear me. Now concerned.
Sure. You do so, and as you are rushing forward, what is everybody else doing? Are you following?
Following. Right behind
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
am.
follow
I'm
at
yelling
a
out
bit of
Pete.
a yeah.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna follow at a bit of a distance,
Same.
just so we don't all arrive at the same time and then get shot at the same time or fall into a hole or whatever.
Man, really no faith in your DM.
Yeah.
As run
Hey,
forward.
you can't regret being cautious. You can regret not being cautious.
I regret
Uh,
nothing.
Yes, Murko?
I just yell out, slow down, Zook, be careful. But I'm sort of doing also what Brant's doing.
So the three of you are a little slower, taking a little slower of a pace. But Matthias, are you running with them at the same speed, or are you also following the other three?
Matthias actually likes Zook, so he's the splitting the distance between them. So like he sees the first group run off, he picks up the pace because he wants to follow them, but he's also very cautious. So he's like, I don't know about all this.
Sure. Yeah. So Zook and see, as you come around the corner, you see Yappers kind of laying down, and he appears looking up something. Arcturus, what you see is it appears female figure of kind of this ethereal form as she's kind of looking down and petting Yappers on.
And Yappers is whining in pain.
Oh, this is whining. Can't tell why. Roll me an insight check.
Alright. Oh yeah, baby.
You can tell he's whining because she is holding what looks like. As you get a clear view of Zook, you will. Something's holding in the left hand, but it's floating in there.
Yappers, are you okay? Hey, who are you?
Arcturus.
I would point her out to Zook, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
Just
see her.
describe the girl that I see.
You cannot.
Okay, sorry.
But Yappers kind of wags his tail. The woman, this kind of very, what looks to be royal of some sort, definitely a noble. Arcturus, you could tell that immediately that she's a noble. Sometimes she has this very elegant robe, and this kind of gold laced crown across the top of her head. Can't really tell what color her hair was, but it appears to be blue right now. Some white, and you can see through. But she hands Yappers the. Looks at you, surprised as you point her out, and then start to.
I say, well, hang on a second there. And I'd walk up to her.
Try to put the riz on a ghost.
She's continuing to walk away. She walks away around the corner of this kind of stone column.
I'm walking with her.
As you try to follow her, you come around.
She's gone.
However, as you come around the corner, you do see what appears to be the remnants of a skeleton leaned against the column itself, wearing what appears to be some type of red pin.
Okay, well, Arcturus,
man.
learning from his past, is not going to. Don't worry. Okay, he's not. He's gonna learn from this. He's not gonna take it in front of you guys. Yoink! I'm just kidding. I just want to look at it and see if I recognize it, notice anything weird around it. I don't know. Just a skeleton with this pendant.
Roll me a perception check.
Right. I cast
We can
guidance on
put
myself.
it. We can put it in
fuck
with
me.
the bundle of weird shit we don't know what it is. Just put it in with the bloody bandage and like wrap all of our potentially cursed shit up in one bundle.
Bug flies my eye.
As you look around, you like look at this thing, but you're so distracted by the fact that you just saw what appears some type of ethereal guiding its way and then disappearing around a corner. It just looks like a red pen.
Was she? Did it look like she was wearing this, or?
No, it did not.
Interesting, but she led me to it. Well, boys. No, just kidding. I whistle over for Zook.
Hey, what did you find?
I mean, check it out.
You hear Yappers happily like gulping down what appears to be a piece of meat. But yeah, Zook, as you look at this, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Guidance.
Sure.
Ain't gonna help.
Yes, it will.
You can tell that pendant made design. As to anything else, you can't quite tell what else, is it without like picking it up off.
Is it magical? Can I tell that at all or no?
Round check.
All right.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Check.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Doesn't appear to be magical right off the bat, but then again, an ethereal.
God, we are playing with fire today, boys, aren't we?
Yeah, these are some rancid vibes.
As the rest of you are approaching, before we get to the rest here, I need you all to.
Fuck.
No
Oh.
fucking shot. The whole back party doesn't hear shit.
Oh, lucky. So the two of you and you guys had kind of gone around this column. The rest of you are, as you're approaching, you don't see where they went. Murko, however, you do see what appears to be bushes move over on your left-hand side as you're approaching this area, kind of shake, and then come to a stop. If something is there.
All right. I try to subtly nudge
Subtly?
Brant. I try to subtly nudge Brant
No.
and nod in that direction.
And I do want to say that, well... Oh, sorry, continue. I thought you were done.
In a very low tone, I say, I don't think we're alone.
And sort of the whole time that we've been doing this, he has like sort of both of his axes out, and he's sort of like almost like special forces, like, you know, clearing corners, but like with his two axes out, just like checking shit. So he notices that, and then can I look around? Like, do I see any other bushes move? Is it just that bush? And then do I see anything from that bush?
Perception check is still 10, so I can tell you.
All right.
Coy.
Arcturus, simultaneously as this is happening, you notice what looks like a see-through as well, kind of pops its head out from the stone, staring at you. You see its tongue hard out, and then back.
Huh. Okay. I just it's ethereal too, so it wasn't visible.
Correct.
Oh, cool. Okay, I guess I'll just kind of hold my hand out to the little guy.
Go ahead and roll me an animal head. As you do so, you see it kind of like comes up a little bit, except it will actually go not toward, actually kind of pulls up the skeleton and kind of sits on kind of pendant that you.
You are really tempting me to grab this amulet right now, this pendant, okay?
The
I
rest of
see.
you, Murko, are you doing anything here?
Yeah, I say, well, I said subtly under my voice already that we weren't alone, but now, noticing that no one else can really see what I see, or at least seems to be looking in the wrong directions or whatever, I very loudly, I'll just say, we come in peace. We mean no one any harm. You can come out.
A persuasion check. Very nice. As you do this, all of you start hearing sounds like bushes all around you start. As look around, you see kind of dirt being displaced. Bushes are moving, but Thing is there. Flowers are kind of moving every which way, but not actually like. Again, nothing is there. Nothing you can see, anyways. As things
Can I see it?
seem to move throughout. You are still behind the column, so you only see this lizard.
So I hear Murko say this, and I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna say in Draconic to this little lizard, "Hey pal, those are my friends. So if you want to come, last chance." I hold out my hand again.
Yeah, looks up at you. I need you to.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah, you can't quite tell what he is, but you do see him puff out a little smoke out of his mouth as he kind of goes underneath the pendant and like pushes it up onto his back, and then like kind of bumps it back on his back, obviously like
Hey, Arcturus, so who are you talking to?
And Zook, you will see that the pendant is just bouncing up and down on the skeleton in the air.
There's a little lizard here, and he clearly wants me to take this necklace, but what do you think? Should I do it or no?
I don't see a lizard, but I like talking to animals. I wonder if I could talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I'll tell you what he looks like as you talk to him.
If I can't see him, I don't know if I could hear him.
Well, he hasn't really said much so far, so I don't think we got to worry about that. I'll just tell you how he reacts.
All right. I'll speak with animals.
Okay.
And just kind of like looking at the pendant because I don't know where else to look.
Little lizard guy, can you hear me?
Yeah, you do hear response.
Oh.
Yeah, take pendant, take it. As the pendant goes up and down, every time that the pendant goes up and down, take pendant, take.
Do I hear anything?
No.
Does it look like he's talking?
It looks like you hear what sounds like scriggles, like almost weird noises of like shuffling of feet as a communication device almost. Yeah, Zook understands this completely. But yeah, you just hear him like shuffling his feet back and forth as he like scratches against the skeleton of the body.
I'll just kind of like look at it and look back at Zook, like waiting for his response now.
He says to take the pendant. You don't know why.
Yeah, I guess we could ask him why. You want to?
Sure. So why do you want us to take the pendant? Is it special?
Yes.
He says it's special.
In what way? I've dealt with special things before, man.
How special is it?
Take it. Take. Kill my master. Take it.
Killed your master.
What?
Long time. People don't know. People. Take it. See him like popping up and down.
Will the pendant help us find who killed your master?
Please take it. Yes.
Lizard says that the pendant will help us find who killed its master. Maybe we should take it.
So what are we supposed to do once we have it?
I don't know. Let me ask. Do we need to do anything special with the pendant?
Master, read. Take it. Master, read.
Oh, it says Master Read.
Master Read is the name, or his master will read?
No. Maybe there's words on it. Maybe if we could look at the pendant, we could see if there's words.
I squint a little bit, see if I can read it.
You do see that the lizard, when Zook says this, is nodding his head.
There is words on it?
Yes, you do see what looks like some type of inscription is written at pendant. And now that you're looking a little closer, you do pendant can be opened.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll like stick my big old Dragonborn fingers in there and open it.
Yes, it is clasped.
Do my hands explode once I touch it?
Who knows?
Oh
Touch it.
fuck!
Touch it. Touch it.
Only one way to find out.
With the 20,
It's this way.
you
It's
are
this way.
deft enough to hear a sound as a lock, very, very small, to kind of come into position here. The pen opens. See is a faded image of the same woman you saw earlier.
What do you see? What do you see?
Come take a look, man. It's the same girl that I saw that was feeding yappers a second ago.
There was a girl feeding yappers.
What? I told. Yeah, I
Okay.
thought I told you that. Forget about it. Whatever. Just come and look at this thing.
Right.
Yeah,
What
do
did
you
the
get,
word say?
you get close?
Yeah, I'll get closer and take a look.
Sure. As you get close, you see the wizard takes this as you wanting to take it. So he clasps it in his mouth. You hear it clink shut, and then jumps with it into your arms. Look, and you feel this presence of something slam on you, and then just like it sticks, and you see the pendant just like clung to whatever it is in its mouth.
Oh,
Interesting.
you want me to have the pendant?
Take it.
Okay.
I will
Wait,
take the
wait.
pendant.
Zook, are you sure you want to take it, man?
I mean, he's saying to take it. I'm gonna take it.
All right. Well, whatever happens.
I'm gonna get it and I guess look at it. You said there was words on there,
Yes.
and I do speak Elvish.
Very nice. Make sure. Yes,
Good thing I
as
didn't take it.
the engraving, see it says, "To live or die by hands of your own, I would be."
To live,
Suicide is the only option here, clearly.
live or die. What? Are you writing it down? Okay. And I will communicate to Arcturus what it says.
Very nice. Once you grab this, do you grab it out of the mouth?
Yes.
Cool. Arcturus, you see the lizard drops it out of its mouth, will kind of fall to the ground, and then starts scrambling into the underbrush, the bush that it was just hiding in here.
Wait,
You hear the
wait!
shifting of the bush as it runs away.
Did he leave?
So I guess it's not coming with us to help its master.
As you guys are there, will you switch back to the other group? You guys all see these bushes moving, and some of them kind of dirt swiveling on the ground, creating small, like, what looks like footprints, but nobody's there. Several of which appear to be approaching your group.
Do we have an idea of like the number of these footprints?
It's all around you. You can roll me a perception check and see if you can figure out exactly how many. You can see next to you, there's at least 3. As to how many there are, exactly are you?
Can I also be curious?
And there's no voices or anything. Nobody replied to me calling out to them or anything like that, right? Okay.
Jens, you're able to tell that there's at least about 30 to 40 beings, something that's moving around you.
Is there anything within like a couple of steps range from me that's like statues or like ruins of statues? So here's the question with that perception check. Are there statues near me, and if there are they ruined?
The closest statues to you that you passed in. You guys are like a little ways back here, kind of where this tree is. The rest of the other 2 are over here, back side. Yeah, the only statues you saw were these kind of statues. See any?
Okay. Cool.
There is a clock here, so if none of you guys do anything,
I mean, I'm pretty spooked. I'm gonna like, kind of clasp Brant a little bit and be like, there's quite a lot of things here that we can't see.
I
Go ahead.
I
think
will
yeah.
sheath my axes, sort of hold out my hands like out on either side.
I will.
I follow his
But-
lead.
Yeah, I'll put down my crossbow.
okay.
Hey, maybe it's time we get going. If we're not welcome here, just let us know. There's some tourists.
Do we hear this happening, Zook and I?
You guys are busy in this other engagement, but I can say perception check. Just
I'm perceptive as fuck, so this better work.
Yeah, I was gonna yell for Zook and Arcturus, but
you guys could definitely hear this at the end. But things happen. Yes, are you doing?
We're being swarmed by ghosts, and Matthias is a very religious person, so I think that he's I'm not sure. I think by that time he would have made it all the way to Arcturus and Zook, but for the intents and purposes of what we have here, he's just gonna kind of like, oh, okay, scary shit's happening, and then turn tail and walk right back to the others.
As you guys stand there, Brant with your arms out, Murko, do you also have your?
Yeah, my hands are up.
Okay.
yeah.
Same. Matthias, do you have your hands up as well?
Sure.
I say to Jens, Matthias, is this the part where we pray or something, or?
I think this is the part where we just chill for a second.
I get the sneaky suspicion we're not supposed to be here.
As you
That's what I said.
continue to contemplate your life decisions in this moment, you do several hands pressing against you, all over different parts of your. As it appears, people patting you down almost. But as soon as they are there, they are gone. Feel these around you moving away, sitting elsewhere. The only one who hear anything Murko. Kind of entities kind of brushes past you, and you type of figure pushing up against you, and then as they walk by, you hear a whisper in your. Were touched by the fell.
Why did that sound like Ringo?
Is it in common?
It isn't.
Y'all hear that?
Nobody else heard it.
Schizophrenic Murko again.
No.
One of them spoke to me. Wasn't threatening. What's the move here, though, boys?
well, they're no longer feeling us up. I think we passed.
As you all take a moment, and if you have this moment.
Sprint.
Let's go check on our friends. Come on, yappers.
Arcturus, as you come around, see man, of which is for something of some sort, wearing these long dresses. The men dressed up to the nose with these suits. You also see several children running around what appears to be their parents as well. All of whom yeah, you just notice that there's a lot of people like that. Probably can't tell. There's so many of them. But as soon as you kind of come around the corner, you do see them kind of disappearing, floating into the garden itself. Some floating into the rooms, some disappearing into the fountain that you passed earlier. Some congealing themselves into what appears to be the statues themselves.
Well, that's pretty weird. You guys see that?
The bushes and the footprints, or what?
All the people, man.
Who's the schizo
No.
now, buddy?
All right.
Listen, I'm sure y'all didn't desecrate a body or anything. Should we get out of here, or what are you guys doing?
Hey, look what I found. This lizard gave it to me.
As he holds up the kind of hangs in the air. Everyone hears this small chime, what sounds like or to ring a very small bell.
Oh, where did that
The
come from?
babies first told the dead.
That was weird.
Did you guys
Hey,
hear
look.
that at least?
What I found.
Yeah, I heard that. Where'd you?
Found a bell?
I found this amulet. Well, actually, I guess Arcturus found it, and then there was this lizard, and the lizard said for us to take the amulet, so I took the amulet.
Is
And I
Yappers with you right now?
I would presume he's with me.
Who?
Yappers.
Yeah, Yapper's fault. Kind of like sitting.
It has some. It has a picture of a pretty lady, inside, and it has some words on it. It says, "To live or die, by hands of your own, I would be so blessed."
This lady was also the one that Yappers was chasing after when we came in. But I don't. She's in the pendant now. In the. What did the lizard say about her?
That there was some, I guess, some bad man that killed her,
Hmm.
and that maybe this amulet will help us find the bad man.
Gens, roll me 5.
Fear.
Murko, I'm gonna go with you first because happened to Jens is entirely. As you stand there, Murko, hearing about the many people, you would recognize that this is one of the many mansions of some of the nobility gates. However, you know that this is several hundred years old ruins themselves, and it's told in Baldur's Gate that this particular mansion burned down in a fire. Jens, as you stand there, echo reverberating in your several voices kind of chanting, bouncing around. The ancient ones, the ancient ones, the ancient ones, the ancient ones. And as you think through your brain what this could mean, the voice of goddess speaks to you. One of the few times you've actually been able to remember, said, ancient ones in this land, they are re-emerging. Careful. As the rest of you see this, you do see Yen's eyes roll in the back of his head, revealing what appears to be whites of his eyes. He stands there, stuck still. You see this kind of faint glow underneath the thing. Those of you who have seen it before would recognize this to be the same glow experienced when
Flashbulb style.
flashbulb on you earlier, but this is a dimmer light, but still the kind of same essence. As you come back pretty quickly, it happens and then fades. The rest of you will see Yen's kind of eyes back into place as before.
I'd probably
Jens, you okay?
I'd probably drop to my knees a little bit and take some deep breaths.
You okay, Jens? What happened?
What happened?
You looked like you were gonna do the thing again.
You lit up.
What?
And your eyes went like this, and I don't know, they went backwards.
Oh, am I physically affected by this other than being surprised and maybe not breathing enough?
Tired, but pain.
Yep.
It's not pain. It's like if you're drained of emotion, that's kind of how we're.
Okay. There was this I heard the chanting of some voices speaking to me, and then another voice I sound super sane right now. No, I just had some voices in my head. I don't know.
What were the voices saying?
Well, this is really gonna help. Matthias is gonna think so highly of me. They were saying the ancient ones, and then the other voice said that the ancient ones are re-emerging.
Oh. Ancient ones, huh?
Yeah, not like I've ever met her. But the ancient ones, who's that?
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm not. Why'd you ask me? You tell me. The ancient ones, they're coming back. Oh joy! I don't know. Who are the ancient ones? I'm having a great time. I definitely know what's going on.
Well, you heard the chants. We didn't hear them.
Is this a blood pressure thing? Like, do you need a ration or something, or are you?
I mean, I feel like I could use a nap, but maybe some sugar. Yeah.
You want a magically induced nap?
I don't like the tone of your voice.
There's just a spell, man. I'm just trying to help you out. If you can't sleep,
I think
we can carry you.
I'll manage. I just
Yeah.
need a breather.
I don't think this is the right place to get trigger happy. I'm spooked.
Well, I saw what was happening, and I don't think it was anything to be afraid of. Unless you're afraid of, dancing and just having fun.
Yeah, listen, you talked to a lizard and it jumped
I
in
am.
Zook, and now you have a shiny necklace. I don't know if you're the best barometer.
You're right
What?
here.
What-
Well, you guys saw nothing, so.
It's just a
I'm
pretty
going off
necklace.
what Zook said, all right?
One of us
None
is
of it
crazy.
made sense to me.
At least I don't have voices in my head. I got them in my eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm probably standing next to Matthias, who's the only other person that hasn't seen or heard weird shit. It's just me and him.
Sorry,
You're
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Oh, you're so kind, Arcturus.
Yeah. Something like that.
It's okay,
yes.
Jens. It's okay. I'll start petting him.
I accept pet.
I come over and I also give Jens a nice old pat on the back. Nice, hearty, comforting pat.
This is the most physical touch I've had in a while.
I run my scaly fingers through his hair. I'm just kidding.
All right.
Just kidding. Scratch that part.
Yeah, I'm probably just like reeling in like,
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
I feel the same way, Jens. This has been a wonderful field trip, but it looks like there's no immediate danger. Do we want to call this spot clear and hit the road, or do we have more necklaces to find?
I'd say so.
I think Matthias was about to say something too.
Yeah, what do you got, Matthias?
Yeah, speaking of weird necklace, do you mind if I see that for a moment?
Sure.
He'll take it and cast Identify on it, because if it's cursed, I'm not letting him keep it.
Very cool.
You had
So
Identify this
now-
whole time?
Now
Every
you
single
fucking do
time
that.
something like this has happened, you bitches have just kept on moving, just kept on trucking. Like, well, if they wanted to know what it was, they would have asked.
Matthias was drunk.
I didn't know you
one of the
had
times.
that. We never knew this was
As
an option.
as you cast Identify, what does this?
From the
This is-
morning to now, the eagle-eyed person would notice that the roots of Matthias's hair have started to turn like a rose goldish pink looking color. And as he holds it up and he concentrates on it, you can see that this kind of threads almost start coming out of his hand and encasing this thing as he tries to figure out. He's entwining his own energy with it to try and figure out what it is.
Well, Matthias, that would have been nice to know a little while ago.
Can you shut the fuck up so I can do this, please? Or are you gonna keep complaining?
I think he's hearing voices in his head, guys. I didn't say
Stop.
anything.
Let him focus. Let him focus.
Let the man focus.
Focus. Focus. Focus.
Yeah, do you cast this? It does take a minute to come into effect, but after this minute happens, you... Nothing. Doesn't seem magical.
He'll hand it back to you. It looks like a lovely gift. I would look after it if I were you.
What else do you know about it? What do you mean? Just a lovely gift.
It looks like a lovely gift. There's no subtext. It's just a gift. It looks lovely.
So would you just hold it in your hand for a minute for?
To find out what it was.
There's got to be something else to this thing.
I think maybe you're seeing things, hearing
Yeah,
things.
maybe we like really like pray that
Magically
there's
seeing things, yes.
maybe we really just like pray there's like nothing else new with this pendant, you know, like no like skulls or like, you know what I mean, like no
Yep.
dead people. Like I'm cool with the a normal pendant for once.
As far as I'm concerned, it's this normal pendant.
Yeah, I
Matthias,
mean, it looks great on you, Zook. Looks really cool.
I pointed this out earlier, but you can either roll me a religion check or a history. Listen,
Can I give him guidance?
What?
yes.
Can I give him guidance or no?
No.
You said history or
History
Religion.
or
they're the same. So I will roll religion.
Fuck.
don't know what the ancient ones are. Not verse relates to anything in specific. Definitely don't recognize. Is odd for you, Matthias? I would say is odd. You know a lot. Kind of weird you don't know this.
Oh,
It's
maybe-
been a tough day.
Are we done here? Can we hit the road?
Yeah, the pendant's
Sure.
fine. You want to keep it for yours.
Yes, Brant.
Maybe someone in the caravan would know.
Maybe we can go find that lizard again and talk to him.
We do have a card to ask.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but I've had a ghost inside me in the past week already, and I'm not keen to repeat the experience. I'd be
Agreed.
happy leaving.
Okay, we can go.
I'd rather not kick all of your asses again.
Cool. Everybody leaving.
Yeah.
I'll just take a look over my shoulder, see if I see anything else in there.
What order are you? No
Oh
reason.
fuck. Well, I guess
No reason.
I could only
I mean-
assume that Brant is the first one out.
Yeah,
Murko's close behind them. I'm in a hurry to get out of here too.
I guess I'd be kind of the last one, just looking back, seeing if
Yeah,
I
I'd
see
be
anything else.
second to last.
I would be, I guess, somewhere in the middle, just kind of looking at the amulet and.
Yeah. As you slowly, one by one, pull yourselves through the kind of rush. So, you all are able to make it through quickly. Arcturus, however, as you kind of take one round, you see the woman again staring at you. And she just kind of like nods at.
I sneak back away from everyone, then walk back towards her.
You do so. The rest of you can all roll me perception checks to see if you recognize that Arcturus party as you emerge on the other side and kind of walk back towards.
I'm not talking like fucking get down and, crouch away, but just kind of casually walk away. Fuck you, Brant.
I did not mean to roll 2.
You're good. Brant, you do as you kind of pull yourself through. First, as you kind of walk back towards the building here. Brant, you recognize that Arcturus is missing. It hasn't come through the brush as the rest of you find yourselves on the other.
Fuck it. All right. I'm gonna make sure everybody's through on the road, and then I'm gonna say sort of, looks like Arcturus decided to turn on double back. I'm gonna go get him.
How long has it been since we entered?
I would say this all.
Oh, that's quite a while. Okay,
Maybe less. Maybe like 40.
sure. Thank you.
Yeah, you go get him. I'm not going back in there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and I have the protection that Jens gave me, so I'm gonna head back that way.
Got expired.
Well, cool.
That's why I
Never
asked.
mind.
Yeah, you try to make your way back.
Yeah.
Go
Wait,
ahead
so
and
try
roll
like
me
that.
a wisdom saving throw as you push your way through the brush here. Yeah, you way through, and you feel what sounds like echoes go through, but they're not. It's not coherent speech. If you've ever seen like a ghost show where you hear the kind of weird raspy coming, it happens like in all directions. But you're able to keep and in the have a get your friend manage to push yourself through. However, the garden you find yourself in is much different than the garden you entered earlier. You see what looks like dead plants, flowers. The fountain is no longer working. Ruins themselves are no longer pretty, but frail and decaying.
Do I see Arcturus around at all? All right. One of the axes is coming back out at this point because there's some fuck shit going on.
Sure. You're leaving, or are you going further?
I'm going further.
Cool. As you take another few steps forward, about 10 feet, I need to roll me another wisdom saving.
Oh, fuck. He really wants you to fail this, man. Brant, turn around.
This time, it's kind of get in psyche. You're starting to feel exhausted. You take one level.
Cool.
I'll like shout back like, Brant, is Arcturus over there?
Do I hear that?
Fuck.
How do I add that? Where is that?
There's no way
Oh,
to
add
add it,
exhaustion.
but I've
Okay,
denoted it.
Got it.
Continue forward.
Yeah.
As you walk another 10 feet,
Okay, maybe it's time to stop. Maybe
No,
turn around.
I'm in. I'm trying to. Okay, cool.
as you
Okay.
walk forward again, you hear the voices pushing against you, and you hear one voice in particular actually comes. Leave! And you take another level of exhaustion.
Okay, then I'm gonna leave.
As you walk towards the bushes and push your way out, you feel as if the bushes themselves are pushing behind you, almost like they're trying to push away from itself.
Yeah. So I come out of the bushes, and like that's like pretty much right where the road is, right?
Well, it's like the cobblestone path that led this way. Like brick road that you've.
Yeah. Like as soon as I come out of the bushes, like I am seething, and like I don't look good, and I probably feel worse because like this is the second time that Arcturus has messed with ghost shit, and I want to help, and at the same time, like I don't know what else I can do.
So no Arcturus, Brant.
No, apparently not.
Well, it's about time another one of us died. Should we get going?
I just hang my fucking head.
Yeah. Let's at least wait until the caravan gets here.
All right.
Any of you are welcome to take a venture into the cursed fucking burned building.
Yeah, I take my rapier and where Brant had written in the sand the arrow and surveying, I cross out surveying and I write do not enter.
Oh, that's iconic. Yeah, you can do so. We're gonna switch back to our turn. First, as you walk back towards the city, see her spectral selves kind of entering where they're.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her.
Follow her. You see.
Gonna say I wouldn't let her do that this time, but okay, and I'll walk around that corner and see if she's there.
So, as you come around the corner, see the mini ghosts you saw affected. You see about 4 ghosts are standing looking at the woman.
Watch this, guys. That's it. Howdy, ma'am.
This group of ethereal beings. You can see us. And you see all their mouths moving.
I can for the moment, yes. You can see me too, right?
Yes.
Perfect. What is this place?
Died.
Oh. How did you guys die? If you don't mind me asking.
Ancient. And as they say that, it actually echoes. Hear what sounds like saying it.
And who are the ancient ones?
They live without living. They seek death.
And is there anything you guys need from me then?
Follow the pendant.
And the pendant will bring us to the ancient ones?
The truth.
The truth. You guys can't just tell me the truth.
No. We are bound.
Bound by what?
There. Bring us to rest. Seeker.
Well, I'm not really looking for the reward of it, but if I think if Zook's up to following the pendant, I'll follow him as well.
Shall be revealed. And as it says, it shall be revealed. You see the Ether. Okay. As you look around, you also look at the ground and you see that the ground is actually made of skeleton. A crushed skull, what appears fractured remnants of sin, whatever. As you do so, you do notice that the ground beneath itself and starts to spread from.
Is the girl still there?
Yes, but she.
Is the lizard here?
Yes. At the ground, you see that the itself.
Ah, damn it. Okay. Well, I'll seek out these answers you guys want. And finally put you to rest, I guess. You know, turn around and try not to step on any of these skulls.
Yeah, as you make your way out, start to behind you, or are you just continuing forward?
I think I'd probably take a few peeks over my shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, as you continue to look behind you as you're moving forward, you see this kind of decay manifesting itself throughout the rooms, kind of following you as you leave.
If I stop, does it also stop?
It continues to move.
Oh god.
And I need
Okay,
you
I
to
keep
make
going.
me a dex
No, I
save
don't wanna
as it
touch it. I don't
gets
wanna touch
close
it.
to
I don't
you.
wanna touch it. Fuck.
Okay. I'll say you can avoid it by running, if you so desire.
I just want to see if I'm walking normal and then slow down a little bit. If it also slows with me, but apparently I'm not the bringer of death.
No, it's starting to accelerate actually at this point.
Fuck me. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there pretty quick.
Sure. I will say with the dash action, you are able to run out of this without it catching you. And you kind of burst out the other side of these bushes where the rest of the group is kind of standing there awkwardly.
I do like a cool battle roll and just stand up and start walking casually to everybody.
And I am immediately walking right towards it.
As he bursts out of the bushes, Brant, almost as if would.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna walk right up to him. I'm gonna backhand him.
Saw that shit coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk up to him, you backhand him. I'll say that's fair enough. He is not expecting it, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, maybe I am expecting it.
Hey, Mr. Casual Battle Roller.
yeah.
So
Well, it
I'm
was
gonna
just
I'm gonna
like
go
the
I'm gonna go
other
nice
bush,
on
but-
him, and I'm gonna use my not metal hand to backhand him, and then I'm gonna use my metal hand to grab his collar.
Okay.
Joke's on you, I'm shirtless. Just kidding. Get
I'll
that chain
fucking
shirt
I'll
on.
grab one of your spines or whatever on the back of your head.
Jesus Christ. Just got a haircut actually. Nice horn cut.
Sure, you are able to grab him.
No, I just want to get real close to him. You know, big energy of dad after you said some real heinous shit kind of energy. It's just real up close to him. It's just what the fuck do you think you're doing here?
I'd grab right back. So I don't know who the fuck you think you're coming up to right now.
I think I'm coming up to somebody who twice now has put the lives of everybody here at risk by being reckless.
Did you walk in there too or no?
Yeah, because I was trying to bring you back to the rest of the group because you disappeared on us.
Right. And what happened to you just now? Apparently you have no clue what's going on in there.
Which is even more reason why we
Well, I
should
had a
never have
clue.
gone in there in the first place.
I had a clue.
And you thought you might want to share that with the rest of the group? You might want to let us know that you were leaving. Might want to let us know that you were turning around. Might let us know that you're not coming with us.
It's been 2 minutes, Brant. Just keep walking. Get over it. Nothing happened to you. Nothing happened to me. I can fill you guys in now on what happened. If
Be
you'd
my
like to
guest.
know.
As you are arguing, you do hear what sounds like the sound of hoofbeats and a sharp whistle coming from the road, and that is where.
What?